Because we spend so much time sitting, or over time, our bodies get very adjusted to the activities that we do. A lot of things are done in front, therefore creating this rounded shoulder position. Bad posture is so prevalent as we age, and it's really important to know what exercises and what routine to follow so you encourage good posture as you age to prevent arthritis, prevent extra aches and pains, and really keep the strength and the flexibility of your spine. Now, in this video today, I'm going to show you 5 of my favorite Pilates exercises to help with the effects of bad posture. And done over time, you actually can reverse that bad posture and you can help prevent it as well. Bad posture is caused by so many things, whether you're lifting and carrying things over time, you're doing a lot of strenuous activity, or you're sitting. This country, we spend too much time sitting and people end up with rounded shoulders and curved upper back, and even their neck starts to look like this. If we look at a spine, we have normal curves of the spine. So if this is the base of your head, you have a small curve like this through your cervical spine, that top part from the base of your head to your mid back. So that neck area should have a small curve. Well, over time with bad posture, we get more of an excessive curve through different parts of our spine, and you can see you don't want to turn out like your grandmother or your mother that ends up being rounded forward and having poor posture. So that's why we're going to go into some of my favorite exercises. That's a Pilates instructor and physical therapist that works a lot with people with neck and back pain. These can be highly effective if you're working them into your daily routine. Now, Pilates is an excellent way to really work on those tiny muscle groups, the muscles that really support and stabilize your spine. It encourages good alignment through your spine and also gets your brain to connect to your muscles so you can have better carryover into your daily life with your activities. Now, Pilates is done either on equipment that is done at a studio, or you can do Pilates-based mat exercises, which is what I'm going to show you today. So the first exercise is called a reverse plank. You think of a plank exercise as being very common in yoga or Pilates, but a reverse plank is going to actually open up the shoulders and use those muscles all through your shoulders, your upper back, and even your glutes and your hips to encourage those muscles through the back side of your body to really support your spine and encourage good posture. So it looks like this. I'm going to show the full version first and then a modification. So the first version, I have my hands behind me with my fingers facing forward toward my hips. My legs are out straight, and I'm going to pull my shoulder blades down my back. I'm going to lift my hips up, and I'm looking straight up toward the ceiling, keeping my head in line with my spine. As you can see, this can be very difficult and hard to hold there. So your goal is 10 to 20 seconds. Can you breathe there, but maintain your position? Now, if that's really hard for you, you can bend your knees and start from there first as a progression. You can also, instead of being up on your hands, if that bothers you, you can have a box behind you and rest on your elbows and do the same exercise and lift up. It looks like this. This would be a modified version. If your wrists hurt doing that, I can still use those muscles all through the backside of my body and really push those elbows away from the shoulders and lift. So that is a reverse plank. Okay, the next exercise is called swimming. And as you can imagine, it's like you're swimming in a pool, but you're gonna be on your stomach, and this is gonna encourage those tiny muscles that attach to your spine, called your multifidus muscles, to activate, and also your erector spinae, all those back muscles that help hold you in a little more upright position. So I'm on my stomach, my legs are stretched straight out, my arms are up in a V overhead, and I'm going to squeeze through my glutes, tighten my thighs, lifting my legs off the mat, And then my arms will raise up too. You can see my head stays in alignment with my spine. And I'm gonna flutter the arms and legs. As I draw my navel to the spine, I'm tightening those muscles and keeping them tight as I flutter. You may be able to start with 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but see if you can still breathe, maintain your position there, and just flutter small, little flutters with the arms and legs. This is going to work endurance of those muscles, and you want to balance it out with squeezing your glutes and pulling in the navel into the spine while you're still breathing. Now the next exercise is going to be in a similar position, so that's why I'm doing it back to back, but it's called the Pilates swan exercise. I love this one on the equipment, but we can also do it on the mat. On the equipment, you'll get a little more range of motion, and also you can use the bar to assist the motion. So on the floor, it looks like this. I have my hands crossed right over my forehead, and I'm keeping my feet down, squeezing my glutes, tucking my belly in, and I'm going to lift my head, but it still stays in line with my shoulders. I'm lifting my sternum, lifting my chest, and then lowering back down. I'm going to take an exhale and lift, and then inhale back down. So this one, it's very important that you keep the alignment of your neck in line with your back. And in Pilates, if you're doing any exercises on your stomach, it's good not to lift your chin up. You want to keep a little squeeze, pretending like you have a peach between your chin and your chest. And this way, you're going to keep that length in your neck, and it's going to encourage that proper alignment, and will have carryover. So when you're sitting in a chair, sitting at your desk, you can see that length of your neck, and it's not having your chin jut forward and shortening those muscles. It's really creating that length in the back part of your spine. So that is the swan exercise. You can repeat that 10 times. Do this routine a couple times a day. The next exercise that I'm going to show you is the Pilates side plank. Now, side plank can be challenging for a lot of people. If you're doing it up on your hand, you may have issues with your wrists. So I'm going to show you on your elbow first. Now, I have my elbow right in line with my shoulder, and most people know what a side plank looks like, but I always like to start with my knees stacked in a bent knee position to see if you can even do it in this position first if you're a beginner. So you're going to lift your hips, keeping them stacked one on top of each other, and press into the floor, keeping your head in line with your spine. That's the most important part. My chin is not out here. I'm creating that length in the back part of my neck, and I'm holding here and breathing. Make sure you're breathing, and see if you can hold there for at least 20 to 30 seconds. If that's pretty easy for you, you can either straighten just the top leg to make it a little more challenging, or you can try straightening both legs and lifting up from there. Now, this is going to be more challenging, but you want to keep that alignment still of your using your shoulder, using your hips, and you're keeping your spine nice in alignment. So your goal there, at least 20 to 30 seconds with your legs all the way extended, and doing that on each side. Okay, the fifth exercise that I'm going to show you is a bird dog exercise, and it's going to be done on all fours, and this is really going to work those stabilizing muscles along your spine called your multifidus. So I am going to be on all fours for the bird dog exercise. You can see my back is not curling up like a cat stretch, and it's not dropping down my belly button toward the floor. I'm going to find that midpoint position where my back is nice in a neutral spinal curve, so it's like flat like a tabletop, and my hands are right under my shoulders. As I extend my opposite arm and leg out, I'm not going to twist my spine. I'm going to create that length from the top of my head to the tailbone, and then bring it back in. You just hold for a second or two. Don't forget to breathe. extend out, hold without twisting my hips, and then bring it back in. Repeat that 10 on each side and really creating that length through your spine as you extend the arm and leg. This is a great one for balance, but then also great for posture. So all of these exercises can be incorporated into your fitness routine or just done on their own in a 5-minute little routine that you can do a couple times a day to really improve your posture, help blood flow and circulation to your muscles, and prevent you from being hunched over as you age. If you haven't watched some other videos on this channel, I have some other great videos on Pilates exercises, especially for a healthy spine. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. More helpful tips on women's health topics and Pilates-based exercises to help you live the best, vibrant lifestyle. So I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know which one you're going to try first. And thank you so much for watching.